What if the best lesbian love stories are the ones no one talks about? Here are 15 underrated lesbian films you have to check out in 2025. Princess Sid.
Can I tell you a secret? I kind of want to have sex with Katie. What, is that weird?
Not at all.
Sid, a spirited and curious teenager, travels from South Carolina to Chicago to spend the summer with her Aunt Miranda, a respected but introverted author. The two women couldn't be more different. Sid is direct, spontaneous, and craving connection, while Miranda is reserved, intellectual, and prefers solitude. As their personalities clash and then soften, Sid begins exploring the neighborhood, where she meets Katie, a local barista. Their flirtation slowly blossoms into a tender relationship filled with first kisses, deep talks, and shared laughter. But just as Sid finds comfort, a buried trauma resurfaces, forcing her to confront more than just young love. You can live forever.
Isn't it beautiful? You trying to convert me?
Not unless you want me to.
Set in a remote Canadian Jehovah's Witness community, Jamie is sent to live with relatives after her father's death. Quietly rebellious and emotionally adrift, she meets Marika, a devout and kind-hearted girl her age. Their connection is immediate, pulling Jamie into a world that is both deeply affectionate and intensely confined. As the girls fall in love, they're forced to keep their bond secret in a town where even a glance can invite suspicion. Tension builds as Jamie questions the community's rigid rules, while Mariki's faith keeps her rooted. Their final decision isn't just heartbreaking, it's irreversible. Ellie and Abbie.
You know those people who make fun of you because you drink almond milk? It's not my fault I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm gay. You're such a bigot!
When awkward high schooler Ellie builds up the courage to ask her crush Abbie to the formal, she's suddenly visited by the ghost of her deceased Aunt Tara, a loud and proud lesbian activist from the 80s. Tara appears as Ellie's unsolicited fairy godmother, dishing out blunt advice and pushing Ellie to be bold in both love and identity. As Ellie juggles her feelings for Abbie and Tara's relentless mentoring, the film jumps between teen romance and an unspoken queer legacy. But behind the lighthearted moments lies a deeper revelation about who Tara really was and why she came back. Girls Like Magic.
I'm not bisexual.
Yeah, you are.
I just thought it was a friends thing, you know, like when we all used to get together in school, we'd like kiss in our rooms. We did.
It's just less than out.
Magic, a free-spirited British musician, moves to Los Angeles and becomes fast friends with her neighbor Jamie, a straight woman stuck in an unfulfilling relationship. Their friendship intensifies quickly, fueled by shared humor, mutual attraction, and a deepening intimacy that neither can easily define. As Magic starts to fall for Jamie, things become emotionally complicated, especially when Jamie begins questioning her own sexuality. The film dances through spontaneous moments and raw conversations, building toward an inevitable emotional climax. In the end, Jamie must decide if she's willing to risk everything for something that might not even have a name. Girltrash, all night long.
Tyler! Tyler! Dude! Brody might got food poisoning. We got a spot. We're playing band slam!
This outrageous musical comedy takes place over the course of one chaotic night in Los Angeles. Daisy and Tyler are trying to make it to the Battle of the Bands, but everything goes sideways when they get caught up in crime, drama, and unexpected hookups. Meanwhile, Daisy's little sister Colby is on a mission to win the heart of Misty, the girl of her dreams. With original songs, fast-paced dialogue, and interwoven storylines, the movie is an energetic ride through lesbian nightlife and youthful messiness. By morning, reputations are wrecked, secrets are spilled, and one kiss changes everything. Life partners.
Where's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Please, she will be. She's hot and she worships you.
Paige and Sasha are inseparable best friends, but their bond is tested when Paige, a straight lawyer, suddenly gets into a serious relationship with a guy. Sasha, a laid-back lesbian still figuring out her career and dating life, starts feeling left behind. As Paige grows closer to her boyfriend, their friendship starts to shift in subtle but painful ways. Their once daily calls become occasional texts, and jealousy builds beneath casual conversations. The film captures their growing rift with honesty and wit. By the time they realize how far apart they've drifted, they're faced with the hardest question. Can they get it back? Hollow in the Land.
Do you think he could have done it? The police are gonna find him and then we're gonna figure this out, okay?
In a rough Canadian mill town, Allison's brother Brandon disappears after becoming the prime suspect in a local murder. With her father already in prison for a violent crime, Allison is determined to clear her brother's name and find out the truth. She sets off into a cold and hostile community where every lead feels like a dead end and every face hides something. Along the way, she gets help from unexpected places, including a quiet but pivotal romantic interest that adds another layer to her emotional journey. But in this town, love offers little protection from what she's about to uncover. The Four-Faced Liar.
Oh, it's never have I ever? If you've done it, you drink. If you haven't, you ain't.
Never have I ever kissed a girl.
A group of 20-somethings in New York City, Greg, Tripp, Molly, and Bridget, spend their nights drinking at a dive bar called the Four-Faced Liar. Molly is in a relationship with Greg, but she's drawn to Bridget, a brash and unapologetic lesbian with a sharp tongue and a literary soul. What starts as curiosity turns into something more, and their growing bond begins to destabilize the whole friend group. With long stares, late-night confessions, and emotional betrayals, this isn't your typical coming-out story. When everything finally cracks, Molly is forced to decide which version of herself she can live with. Addicted to Fresno.
Sex addict.
That's a thing? I thought it was like made up by Tiger Woods or something.
How many guys are you?
Shannon, a recovering sex addict, and her optimistic sister Martha work as hotel maids in Fresno. Their lives spiral into chaos when Shannon accidentally kills a guest during a botched hookup. With no choice but to cover it up, the sisters are forced into a series of morally dubious schemes involving blackmail, body disposal, and a very strange gym instructor. Amidst all the dark comedy and absurdity, Martha develops a quirky romance with a fellow maid, adding a layer of sincerity to the madness. But in the end, love can't solve everything, especially when there's a body in the trunk. Lez Bomb.
Oh, hey, Mrs. Anderson.
No.
Yeah.
When are we meeting the boyfriend?
Soon.
I don't like surprises.
Surprise! I'm not a boyfriend.
Lauren is finally ready to come out to her family over Thanksgiving weekend, but her plans are derailed when her roommate and ex-boyfriend shows up unexpectedly, leading her conservative family to assume he's her fiancé. As misunderstandings pile up, Lauren's efforts to be honest are constantly interrupted by loud relatives, nosy neighbors, and escalating family drama. Every attempt to speak her truth turns into comic disaster. The tension builds toward a chaotic dinner scene that forces secrets to explode. In the end, it's not just Lauren's secret that comes out, it's everyone's. Alone with You.
Charlie girl, that shoe was insane, but I'm finally on a flight. I love you. See you tonight.
Charlie is preparing a romantic night to welcome her girlfriend home from a trip. But as she waits in their apartment, time starts distorting, flickering lights, warped memories, and a growing sense that she's not alone. Calls from her mother become unsettling, mirrors reflect the wrong images, and her girlfriend's return feels less certain by the minute. The film traps you in Charlie's unraveling mind, blurring the line between isolation and delusion. As the truth unfolds, it becomes clear. She's not waiting for someone to come home. She's waiting to wake up from what's already gone wrong. Summerland.
I have a husband. Why don't you have a wife? There was someone. Once.
Here we are. So I say, make the most of it.
During World War II, Alice, a reclusive writer living on the English coast, is forced to care for Frank, a boy evacuated from London. At first resentful, Alice eventually bonds with the child, and through their growing connection, we're introduced to her own buried past. Years earlier, Alice shared a profound love with Vera, a woman she thought she'd spend her life with, until Vera chose conformity over love. The memories are both beautiful and cruel, echoing through her present day. As Alice opens her heart again, the film asks a painful question. What if the war you lost was love? The Intervention.
Anything?
He threw peaches at me.
Did it feel exciting to get attention from some cute young girl? Yes.
4 couples gather for a weekend getaway under the guise of relaxation, but in truth, it's a secret intervention for one unhappy married couple. Among the guests are Annie and Jesse, a lesbian couple whose own issues are simmering just beneath the surface. As conversations unravel and alcohol flows, everyone's private problems begin bubbling up. Old tensions resurface, new confessions are made, and what was supposed to be one couple's intervention becomes a group reckoning. In the chaos, Annie makes a choice that changes her relationship forever, proving that you can't fix others without facing yourself. Hearts beat loud.
Here my whole life. I want something different. It's time to get away.
Frank, a widowed record store owner, starts jamming with his daughter Sam during her last summer before college. Their hobby unexpectedly turns serious when a song they record goes viral. But while Frank dreams of a future in music, Sam quietly navigates her own plans, falling in love with a girl and preparing to leave everything behind. The film captures that bittersweet tug between chasing new beginnings and holding on to what's fading. In the end, music may be their bond, but it's the silence between them that says the most. Booksmart.
She's got a really cute smile. Go talk to her.
Sorry. Sharp elbows, not as sharp as your chin.
What?
Overachievers, Amy and Molly realize on the eve of graduation that they've spent all of high school studying while their peers partied, and still got into good colleges. Determined to make up for lost time, they plunge into one wild night of misadventures. Amy has her sights set on a cute skater girl, and her awkward attempts at flirting lead to some of the film's funniest and most heartfelt moments. Every encounter is a lesson in confidence, chaos, and coming into your own. By morning, Amy's heart is bruised, but her self-worth is unshakable. Which one are you streaming tonight? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden LGBTQ+ film gems. Would you like this as a downloadable Google Doc or ready to upload YouTube script format?